The Sea Sprite left the port of Baldur's Gate 2 days after it had arrived. Bearing west along the Chinathar River and out to sea. Above deck, things proceeded as normal for Captain Dudermont and his men. They had made this journey many times, and despite its dangers, pirates, storms, and disease, to name a few, the crew were used to it. Below deck, things were far from normal. The message Artemis Entreri had left for Drizzt Wolfgar in Baldur's Gate chilled both men to their very core. One of Regis's fingers, freshly severed, still flecked with a halfling's blood. It was a promise of things to come. Entreri would be waiting for them in Calimport, where he held every advantage. But still, he'd die. That the Drow vowed. Artemis would pay for the pain he'd caused to Regis, to Catti-brie, to all of them. The assassin had started this game, but Drizzt Do'Urden would finish it. High above the roiling river, Oberon watched the Sea Sprite sail out. He had no idea why Artemis Entreri was interested in this ship, and didn't care to ask questions. In truth, the wizard was just glad that Entreri had called in his debt with so easy a task. The assassin had killed for Oberon more than once, several years ago, favors that granted Artemis hold over the mage. But this very night, Oberon would repay what he owed in the buff of a simple signal. A signal easily seen by a shadowy figure aboard another vessel far to the south. One who was very much looking forward to his next meeting with a certain dark elf. Right on schedule. Calimport, the next day. You did what? Oberon had contacted Pasha Pook, thinking that by sharing news of Entreri's plans, he'd earn some favor with a powerful guild master. He was wrong. I did as Artemis asked, no more. And who was aboard this ship? Who so interests Entreri? An elf and a big man, a barbarian. Artemis instructed the harbor master to tell them that he would meet them in Calimport. And these two are what? Some personal vendetta the assassin acquired along his travels? Or friends of the halfling? Then why is he leading them in the right direction? A trap? That is not the way of Artemis Entreri. He doesn't care for such obvious tricks. It is the assassin's deepest pleasure to meet and crush challengers face to face. I don't like this. I want no complications to the return of the halfling and my pendant. Do you still have contact with Pinochet, Oberon? The pirate does not forget his friends. And is he now in the Isles? The winter trade is rolling down from a water deep. Where else would a successful raider be? Good. Shall I arrange a welcome for Entreri's pursuers? 3 ships, no chances. A pity. The Sea Sprite is a fine vessel. Why?
Help me! Stop, please! Save me, Bruner! Save me!
No. It had been a tough week for the dwarf. With armies coming from Citadel Adbar and Icewind Dale, there were urgent preparations to be made. Yet Bruner found he could barely concentrate, his mind wandering to thoughts of his friends. Bruner Battlehammer had fantasized about this moment for 2 centuries. At long last, he and his clan were poised to retake Mithril Hall, the ancient homeland. So why wasn't he enjoying it?
Another dream about Regis again?
Aye, Rumblebelly. I should be with him, or at least with a drow and the boy, looking for him.
Your kingdom awaits.
But we can't be going to the halls till the winter's past. There's time.
They're halfway to Kellenport by now, and few boats will be leaving the Waterdeep this late in the season.
Who says we need a boat? Harkal!
Daddy, it's the middle of the night.
Can't waste time anymore. Time, girl.
Oh, what?
Lady Elastriel still here?
Yes, why? He can't disturb the High Lady, Catti-brie.
You try stop him. I can't. It is late, King Bruner.
Yes, Your Highness. I just need a favor. I need to go south, and I was wondering if I could borrow that flying chariot of yours. Shortly.
You sure about this?
I am. Me friends need me.
Then take this. It will guide you to them. And fly quick, for I fear they will find grave danger this day.
Aye, thank ye, lady. But what about the troops? They'll be here soon. Then give them a room, Harkal. They won't march on the halls until we return, or until spring at least.
Wait. You won't be leaving me.
Catti-brie, you can't.
Have as much right to go as yourself.
Bah, Drizzt and Regis are my truest friends.
And mine.
And Wulfgar's been akin to a son to me.
And it might be more than that to me.
Fine, have it your way then. But hold on, we have a half a world to cross. Ah! The Sea Sprite cruised easily under the clear blue skies, a strong trade wind keeping its sails full. Only 6 days after their departure from Baldur's Gate, the western tip of Tether Peninsula was already in sight, a journey that normally took more than a week. But a wizard's call traveled faster still. Sails to the south, 2 ships. They fly black flags. Pirates, so it would seem. All hands to sail. Let's see if these dogs have a belly for their reefs. Drizzt marveled at how readily Captain Dudermont's men obeyed him. The sailor had won his crew's respect over many hard voyages, and he'd gained Drizzt's as well. The two of them often talked about their travels, forming a friendship that wouldn't have been possible without Driss's false face. As a drow he was hated and feared, but as a surface elf, he'd found a new life, a better life. When Driss had first donned the magical mask, it had been with a mixture of dread and loathing. But now, he hated to take it off, hated to lose the peace and joy his disguise allowed him. How long, Driss wondered, until he started believing his own lie.
Can we outrun them?
We'll slip them if we make the channel between the reef and the island.
No.
A third ship. They were lying in wait for us. Why would pirates run 3 vessels in a strike against a single ship?
They're coming for us.
Aboard his flagship, Pinochet couldn't help but smile. The Sea Sprite was trapped, though the pirates suspected his battle was far from over. Captain Dudermont's reputation was well known. The man wouldn't surrender without a fight. But whatever damage the Sea Sprite inflicted, Pashapuk's payment would surely outweigh it. Fire! Take cover! Put those flames out and take us to starboard. Ram the closest ship. Sir, the pirates won't dare fire on us and risk hitting one of their own vessels.
I hope you two are good with those weapons. We'll need every man we can get.
Aye, Captain. We had a bit of practice with them. Die. Oh. Alastriel had told Bruenor to fly quick, and he'd done just that, guided by the lady's magical amulet. Arriving just in time. Captain, they're overwhelming us. Load the catapults. Burn them.
But if we sink our own boat?
Pashapuk will buy us another. Do it! Foul dogs! You think you can shoot at me? By the gods. Get ready to jump, girl.
Jump? What?
Drizzt, your mask. Do you think they saw? They saw. Take it off. Let them know the real Drizzt Do'Urden. You're a drow. Yes, my deception was not intended to bring harm, and only my appearance was a lie. I required passage to the south to rescue a friend, and I knew. Enough, Drizzt. Do you really think you're the only man on this boat to conceal his true identity? Half my crew use a different name in every port. You're not angry. Angry at the man who fought brilliantly to save my boat and my men? I think not. 3 cheers for the drow! 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 The second ship, please. Cowards! And the third? It's just gone. How is that possible? Sure. Get us out of the water and we'll tell ye. Lunar! You're alive. Nothing harder to kill than an old dwarf boy. Nothing. But you fell into the gorge and the dragon was on fire. I know, I was there. And you escaped Mithril Hall, past all those Drogar? How?
Wulfgar, shut up.
So, how did you survive? I don't know, just did. And you came for Regis. No stinking assassin's going to put an end to Rumblebelly. I thought, it's good to see you again, friend. Same to you, Elf. Same to you. Sorry to interrupt, but I have news. Good? I am afraid not. The Sea Sprite has sustained damage. She is still seaworthy, but we won't be able to make Calimport. I'll have to put in Memnon for repairs. How long? A week, maybe longer. You'd better off going overland than waiting for us. Caravans depart from Memnon to Calimport daily, and the journey, while a hard one, through the calm desert takes but a few days. What is a desert? A barren, empty wasteland, where monsters rule over men, and many an unfortunate traveler has crawled to his death to be picked clean by vultures. Sounds like home. Calimport was a sprawling conglomeration of shanties and massive temples, of tall towers springing from plains of low wooden houses. This was the hub of the southern coast, a vast marketplace several times the size of Waterdeep. And while the great city did not come out to celebrate the return of its most famous resident, his arrival did not go unnoticed. In other parts of the realms, the name Artemis Entreri, legendary assassin and ruthless killer, was whispered in hushed, reverential tones by thieves and mercenaries. But to the people of Calimport, he was all too real. After more than 3 years on the road, Artemis and Treri had finally come home. As for Regis, his head swirled with memories invoked by the halfling's return to Calimport. He'd spent his entire childhood here, an orphaned waif sneaking meals on the streets and sleeping curled up by the trash fires the other bums set in the alleys on chilly nights. From there, he'd been taken into one of the city's many brothels, helping with the cooking, cleaning, and other tasks more suited to his skills. It was the ladies who introduced Regis to Pasha Pook, and the halfling quickly became the guildmaster's favorite little cutpurse, his pride and joy. But that would only make things worse for Regis. Now, Pook would never forgive him for his treachery, and Regis knew well the splendors hidden within the Pasha's unpretentious guild hall, the splendors and the horrors. Welcome back, Regis. It's been a long time. The little thief ran to the corners of the world. But not beyond your grasp, eh? You have performed your task excellently as always, Master Entreri. Your reward shall be as promised. Though there was a slight problem. What problem? You were being followed by an elf and a barbarian, but don't worry, they'll bother us no more. I tend to my own affairs, and I to mine. I know not what connection those men held to you, but they had nothing to do with my pendant. I couldn't take the risk. How? Pirates. Pinochet owed me a favor. And it's been confirmed. Not yet, but 3 ships were sent after the one. There can be no doubt. You underestimate this particular elf, Pook. Greetings. The great Artemis Entreri, your fame precedes you. I am Rassiter, Pasha Pook's closest advisor and controller of the docks. Together you and I can do great things. And this one? Would you like me to take care of him, Pasha? He's mine, Rassiter. You and yours keep your furry hands off him. I have thought of a million tortures befitting your crime, Regis. Too many, for truly I have no idea how to properly repay you for what you've done to me. But worry not, it will come to me in time, and until then I've prepared a special room for you, old friend. They were called the Cells of Night, Pasha Pook's own unique invention. The center cell was occupied by a prisoner, while the other 8 held the Guildmaster's most treasured collection. Great hunting cats from every corner of the realms. Only by sitting at the exact center of the cage could one remain safe from the massive beast. To move too far in any direction was dangerous. To fall asleep meant death. And so the Pasha's captive was slowly driven mad through a combination of exhaustion and terror. And even those who survived the cells of 9 would never forget the ravenous stares of those 16 gleaming eyes. Luck was with the damaged sea sprite, for the sea held calm and the wind blew steadily, carrying it into Memnon. There's a colony of your people further inland, in a dark wood called Mir. The drow are not liked in this region, Trist. I would advise you don your mask. Agreed. It was good fighting beside you, Captain. I look forward to the day when we next meet. Farewell. Look for me in Calamport. Of all the places the companions had visited, of all the lands they had walked and fought through, none had seemed as foreign as this. Shrill music filled the air, as did a strange odor, that of a sewer running through a perfume market. And everywhere there were people, an endless number of them. As if all the citizens of the Sword Coast, Waterdeep included, had gathered together in one place. Never have I so longed for home. What do we do now, Elf? Secure transportation or... Hello. I be Salid Ali. You buy, I sell. Good deal, good deal. Best is all the best. What do you need? Horses. We wish to get to Calamport. Horses? No. Too hot, too dry. Camels, that thing. Camels? Desert horses. Much better for ride to Calamport. You buy, I draw map. Easy. Do you trust him? Do we have a choice? The companions set off an hour later, their newly purchased camels loaded down with supplies, following the course set out by Salid Ali. The journey was a miserable one. Scorching heat, dry winds, thick with sand, and mounts that moved infuriatingly slow. Yet things were about to get worse. Vultures, there's carrion about, or there will soon be. Ambush? We've been riding for half a day, and seen no sign of other travelers, or even a road. Unless I'm wrong, that little merchant has led us into a trap.
No, you're not wrong. Blast and be bothered. The whole damned world. Everyone wants a fight.
Take the left, Wolfgar. Aye. Die. This one looks familiar. I kill him. No, we need a guide through this desert, and Salih Dalib will lead us all the way to Kalamport, won't you? Yes, of course. Take you bestest way. Good. Meanwhile, come in. Artemis, it's good to have you back. Good to be back, Laval. You've spoken with the Pasha and met his new hire, Rassiter. Where at? Yes, disgusting things. But with his Robbie stolen and you gone, Book was forced to find other allies. Still, Rassiter will learn his place. We shall see. I need you to show me something, Laval. The pirate Pinochet. I must know if he succeeded in his mission. The man has never failed, and he's never faced foes such as those who are following me. As you wish. God save me. He's dead. So he is. How long ago did the pirate make his attack? 3 days. They could be halfway here by now. We must tell Pasha. No, this is not his affair. I'm capable of handling the halfling's friends. In the meantime, distract Book. Give him this. Tell him you made it for him. He has a weakness for hunting cats. This holds an entity of incredible power. Where did you find it, Artemis? Artemis? Like so many in Kalamport, Don made his living from the shadows. But the halfling was no simple thief. He was a spy, a master of disguise and connivery, who used his skills to gain the trust of even the most wary targets, talents that kept him much in demand. Good evening, Don. Entreri? I had heard you were back. I guess most have. And what has changed since I've been gone? Nothing. The rules of the street do not change. But the players do. Poke still controls the merchants and the docks. Who owns the streets? Poke still, at least in name. In reality, Rassiter. Yes. The Were-Rat and his kind play hard and fall hard, but that is a matter for another time. Now, little one, I have a job for you. Shortly. What did he want? 2 Northlanders will be arriving in Kalamport soon. Artemis has taken a special interest in them. I see. And if someone else were to find them first? Don't. Entreri is not to be toyed with. Not by the wise. It is Rassiter they should fear. The assassin knows everything Enough. You will run with us tonight, yes? The moon will be full, and the fur thick. We shall see who fears who. Four days of hard riding had brought the exhausted companions to Calimport, though the city offered them little hope for rest. It looks worse than Memnon, the greatest city in the world. This be. You're joking. Doesn't matter. Cesspool or not, that's where Regis is, and that's where we be going. Less than 2 hours later, the companions had found lodging for the night, and Salih Jalib was on his way back to Memnon. Purse filled with enough coin, and head filled with enough threats of horrible death to make sure the thief never spoke of them again.
Take it off.
What?
The mask. I hate looking at you wearing that thing. Here, Grim. Why? What is it about?
I'm not.
Don't be lying to me, Elf. We've known each other too long for that. It's Entreri, isn't it? You mean to kill him?
I have to.
If you be killing him to save Regis, or to stop him from hurting someone else, then me heart says it's a good thing. But if you're meaning to kill him to prove yourself, or to deny what he is, then me heart cries. You see him as a dark reflection of yourself, that I know. And you've been wronged, we all have, but will killing Entreri cure that wrong? Look in the mirror, Trist. The assassin's death won't change the color of his skin, or the color of your own. You've truer friends than you'll ever know, and not for the way you twirl a sword. You've others who would call themselves friends if only they could get inside the length of your arm. If only you'd learn to look. And if only you'd learn to love. Sure, you've let things slip past, Trista Orden.